This is CBN NewsWatch.
And thank you so much for joining us for CBN NewsWatch. I'm Ephraim Graham. Heavy rain has brought serious flooding in many parts of the United States. As CBN's Jenna Browder reports, the floods have washed out many roads, leading to widespread road closures and, in the most extreme cases of emergency.
Millions are on high alert as dangerous flooding threatens communities up and down the East Coast. Wet weather is washing out roads across Maryland and forcing evacuations. Rescuers were called to save children on this stranded school bus.
It doesn't take much water to, even less than that, will start to make a vehicle hard to control. So that's why we say if you can't see the roadway because of the water, turn around and go back a different direction.
In Pennsylvania, more dangerous road conditions and bridges like this swept away. Just outside of Washington, D.C.
This vehicle was almost completely swallowed up by the creek here in Annandale. We are told that the driver actually got out on their own.
And one woman died after a tree crashed down on this home.
Obviously, with all the rain and the past couple of days, things of that nature, the roots of these trees have really loosened up.
Out west in Santa Fe, New Mexico, drivers had to be rescued from their cars. In Durango, Colorado, heavy rain and mudslides closed this highway. And over the next few days, more rain is expected here and on the East Coast, leaving communities bracing for even more emergencies. Jenna Browder, CBN News.
Here now is a look at some of the other major headlines we're following for you today inside the CBN newsroom. 31 people have been killed in Pakistan after a suicide bomber exploded as people casted ballots for the general election. The attack comes after 149 people were killed in a suicide bombing during an election rally earlier this month. Pakistan's general election is meant to lead to the nation's third consecutive civilian government. Officials are investigating this incident. Secretary of State Brian Kemp won the vote Tuesday in Georgia for a shot at governor. Kemp beat once heavily favored Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle in the Republican runoff election. He credited President Donald Trump's support for sealing his win. Kemp now faces Democrat Stacey Abrams, who could become the country's first black female governor. Tourists were ordered to leave Yosemite National Park as firefighters battle a huge wildfire that is burning nearby. The fire has sent up smoke that obscured grand vistas of waterfalls and sheer granite faces. Officials say Yosemite Valley will be closed until at least Sunday. At least 1,000 campground and hotel bookings will be canceled. Now, for more on these stories and others throughout the day, be sure to check out cbnnews.com. A Syrian official says his country will respond at the appropriate time after Israel shot down a Syrian fighter jet over Israel airspace Tuesday. Rocket sirens sounded in northern Israel for a second straight day, and Israeli forces remain on high alert as the war inside Syria rages on in the Golan Heights. Our John Wagi brings us this story now from Jerusalem.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made sure that Russian President Vladimir Putin knows where Israel's red lines are in Syria. And one of them is the Golan Heights, where Syrian jets are moving way too close for Israel's comfort.
Our air defense system identified a Syrian Air Force jet that took off from the T4 Syrian Air Force Base and penetrated Israeli airspace. This is a gross violation of the 1974 Separation of Forces Agreement with Syria. I have reiterated and made clear that we will not accept any such violation.
The Syrian pilot was reported killed in Tuesday's incident, a casualty of Syria's move to oust rebel Sunnis from the Golan.
All this week, Israelis have been shaken by rocket sirens from the northern border with Syria to the southern border near Gaza. Now it appears the government is ready to spend billions of dollars to bolster the country's air and missile defense systems.
The Syrian jet pilot may have strayed into Israeli territory by accident, but Israel's UN ambassador Danny Danon explained Israel can't take chances.
When we see a fighter crossing the border and we try to contact a few times and we get no response, the only thing we can do is to protect our civilians. We cannot wait to see what are the real intentions of this fighter. That's what any other country will do. We will not allow anyone to breach our sovereignty. We will not allow the Iranians to build their bases next to our borders in the Golan Heights.
Both Israel and Syria say they're not in a hurry for war. But if Syrian President Bashar Assad doesn't heed Israel's many warnings to stay away from the border, the situation could escalate quickly. John Wagi, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu blasted Turkey's President Recep Erdogan for criticizing Israel and calling them racist. Erdogan criticized Israel's new law defining the country as a nation state for the Jewish people. In a speech before Turkey's parliament, Erdogan said the law shows Israel is a most Zionist, racist, and fascist country. He also compared Israel's leaders to Nazis, saying the soul of Hitler, who led the world to a great catastrophe, has risen again with some of Israel's officials. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu shot back, saying Turkey, under Erdogan's leadership, has become a dark dictatorship that imprisons tens of thousands of its own citizens and murders Syrians and Kurds. Still ahead, America's ambassador at large for religious freedom opens a summit at the State Department as he encourages leaders of different faiths to work together to help those who are persecuted throughout the world. We're going to have that story when we come back. America's ambassador at large for international religious freedom, Sam Brownback, opened the first ever ministerial summit at the State Department Tuesday. He urged leaders from a range of faiths to work together to help the persecuted across the globe. CBN's national security correspondent, Eric Rosales, has more.
One by one, persecuted believers shared their stories at the first ever ministerial summit here at the State Department. But the first persecuted Christian couldn't share his story in person. That's because he's still imprisoned in China.
Many people know my husband John is a pastor, living a simple life in pursuit of spreading the word of God.
Jamie Powell, the wife of Pastor John Cho, says the Chinese government sees him as a criminal. Last year, Chinese border police arrested John for what she calls his faith-driven work, helping poor people. He's now serving a 7-year prison sentence.
Since his detainment, my husband has suffered a rapid decline in his health. He has lost 50 pounds. He's not been able to communicate with me and my children.
Prayer is the start, but as human beings, as we can see through a conference such as this, really having this open conversation and bringing awareness to these issues is the most important thing.
Religious freedom really truly is for everyone. It's a right given by God.
Former Kansas Governor Sam Brownback is America's ambassador at large for international religious freedom. He urged the representatives from 80 countries at this summit to help make the world a place where people genuinely care and love one another.
Together, an alliance of government, civil society, and faith, we can and will advance religious freedom.
Brownback cited the ethnic cleansing of Muslims in Myanmar and the Islamic State's genocide against Yazidis and Christians in Iraq. He also highlighted U.S. Pastor Andrew Brunson, who he says remains wrongly imprisoned on false charges in Turkey.
I think the last statistic that I saw was 79% of Christians around the world are persecuted. And I think it's very important, especially we as the Church in America, begin to understand what our sisters and brothers go through worldwide.
Brownback says this summit is just the beginning, and the Trump administration will continue to make religious liberty a top priority. Eric Rosales, CBN News.
When God freed a pastor living in Eastern Europe from addiction, he had no idea he would one day help hundreds of others dealing with the very same struggle. Miranda Lee has this story from Serbia as she embarks on the world race, an 11-month trip to 11 countries. Miranda?
This month, my team is in Novi Sad, Serbia, working with a local Protestant church. Now, just 10 years ago, this church actually founded the first drug rehab center in the entire nation.
I was healed from addiction. After one prayer, I was free.
Pastor Dusan Berajic, or Bera, is one of the founders of Rainbow Rehabilitation Center for Addicts. It's a place that helps men overcome addiction free of charge. Bera says Serbia experienced a huge spike in drug addiction after its many years of war.
For a reason was post-traumatic syndrome. Heroin is here really cheap because we are a transit country for heroin from Asia to Europe.
Milos Dosic and his wife Helena are both former addicts.
I was searching for some way out of that kind of life, and that's how I found this place. In Serbia, at that time, this was something totally new.
Milos graduated from the program almost 10 years ago. Now he helps lead worship at the church.
Would you say that your life is a miracle?
Of course.
That is something what miracle really is.
As of this year, the program accepts 30 men at a time, and so far, over 300 have graduated. In Novi Sad, Miranda Lee, CBN News.
Up next, on the subject of religious freedom, a remarkable story of one Christian leader and one church from the history of America. We're going to have that story. It's coming up right after this. C.S. Lewis once described history as a story written by the finger of God. That is certainly true when it comes to religious freedom. Wendy Griffith brings us a look at the life of one Christian leader and one church in our American history.
Kara Schmidt and Vince Oliveri are getting married on a perfect June day in a most unusual place. Under this striking structure is the foundation of an 18th century church with an astonishing history. For over 45 years, the only clue of its existence was this marker. Then, in 1975, it caught the attention of a local Presbyterian minister.
I began to read and find how significant a place it was, and the thought that came to my mind, your task is to shine the light on the man I really want to honor.
That man is Samuel Davies, the first minister at Pole Green Church and a key figure in the religious movement known as the First Great Awakening.
We see it in almost every colony. We see Great Awakening evangelists, we see revivals, we see these massive meetings, large-scale conversions. It really changes the face of America.
But there was plenty of resistance. Before the American Revolution, British law required membership in the Church of England. Failure to comply could result in fines and even imprisonment. In 1689, the British Parliament passed the Act of Toleration, allowing some Protestant denominations limited freedom. Samuel Davies became the first so-called dissenter licensed in Virginia. Despite frequent bouts with tuberculosis, he was asked to lead 4 meeting houses in Hanover and Henrico counties, with Pole Green as his base.
Being fully convinced that Hanover stood in greater need of a minister than any place I knew, I accepted of their call to settle there.
This is Samuel Davies' Bible, where centuries of family events are recorded, including his wedding to Sarah Kirkpatrick in October 1746. Less than a year later, he wrote this: separated from her by death and bereaved of an abortive son.
Because of that tragedy and because of his own sickness, he really thought that his life would be short. It motivated him. I mean, he really thought, well, if I only have so much time on earth to work for the Lord, I've got to make that count.
From the beginning, Davies drew large crowds, including slaves.
Never have I been so much struck with the appearance of an assembly as when I have glanced my eyes to so many black countenances, whom their masters generally neglect, as though immortality was not the privilege of their souls, nor the religion of Jesus their concern.
Not everyone in Hanover County was pleased with Davies' ministry, especially at this Anglican church, led by the Reverend Patrick Henry, uncle of the famous patriot with the same name.
If you were the Anglican minister, and that was the official religion of the colony, if you see the explosive growth of Baptist and Presbyterian churches, it in many ways is a threat.
Reverend Henry fought back with a series of letters to authorities in the Church of England.
I think it my duty to acquaint you with this man's behavior. I need not inform you of the present distracted condition of my parish, nor of the future disturbances I justly apprehend.
His nephew, the younger Patrick Henry, was 11 when Davies arrived. He attended Pole Green regularly with his mother, later attributing his own success as an orator to Davies' example. On July 1st, 1759, after 11 years in Hanover County, Samuel Davies delivered his final sermon at Pole Green. More than 5,000 people attended. 100 years later, Pole Green Church still thrived, as shown in these drawings by a Union soldier in 1862, the only images of the church that survive. On June 1st, 1864, Union forces tried to break through Confederate lines near the Totopotomoy Creek. Pole Green Church, caught in the crossfire, burned to the ground.
This is the original 4 acres we started with right here.
The church was never rebuilt until Robert Bluford came across the marker. Since then, he's been consumed with bringing the church back to life. One day, while with an archaeological team, he felt something under his foot.
Scraped the dirt aside, and there was this brick, whole, complete brick. And within an hour, we uncovered the complete footing of this.
You're kidding.
This building.
This is the first house to come down.
Renowned architect Carlton Abbott also caught the vision. He urged Bluford to purchase adjoining land, removing houses to restore the area to the way it was in the 1700s. Then came the question of rebuilding the church.
We thought about doing an image or a ghost structure, if you will. And I think what this church does is bring a simpler feel for how you can approach your religion.
Today, the site includes history lessons on Samuel Davies and the path to religious freedom in America. And it's become a popular site for weddings, like this one, where the groom is a PhD candidate in church history.
God's amazing grace has been preached here since Samuel Davies was pastoring here. Thinking about that actually even during the ceremony and as we were picking the place has just been really kind of profound.
A good foundation, indeed. Wendy Griffith, CBN News, Hanover County, Virginia.
What a story, the history of religious freedom in our country. Stay with us. We're coming right back. A new television show coming this fall puts a spotlight on faith. The storyline begins with an atheist receiving a friend request from God on Facebook. Here's your exclusive first look at a clip from the show, God Friended Me.
I thought I had it all figured out, but then I got a friend request from God.
What?
So, how does a preacher's son lose his faith in God?
You're telling him that God is watching over us? You know that's not true.
You don't think that what happened made me question my faith?
When I was 8, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went to full remission. The doctors couldn't even explain it. On the way home from the hospital, she died in a car accident. Miles. I don't know who's behind this or why they chose me. But they sent me names. They want me to help people.
Hey, somebody stop that guy!
When you pulled me back, I realized, I didn't want to die. Thank you.
I told you I'd help you get to the bottom of it. Besides, maybe we'll do some good in the process.
And that's your first look at this series, which will debut on CBS Sunday, September 30th. God Friended Me. Looks worth watching indeed. Well, right now it is time for your Wednesday word, and today's word is exchange. Remember, God's hand is outstretched to make a great exchange with you. God wants to exchange your ashes for His beauty, your sadness for His joy, and your weakness for His strength. With that, you've got to ask yourself this question. Why on earth am I allowing myself to hold on to any of that when God is ready to exchange it for so much more? All you've got to do is open your hand, release, let it go, let it all go, and make that great exchange today. I promise you, it's an exchange you won't regret making this day. With that, you can certainly make this a wonderful Wednesday. That is going to do it for this edition of CBN NewsWatch. We thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can always find more of our exclusive coverage of the issues you care most about at cbnnews.com. And we certainly would love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can begin doing that by emailing newswatch@cbn.com. And of course, you can always reach out and touch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That wraps the show, but remember, the news does continue 24/7 at cbnnews.com. We are constantly updating and bringing you new information. Thank you so much for your company today. We hope you'll join us again right here next time. Make this a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.